concerning that forum. But now, time to look at what's trending here in the country. Actually, not in the country, but globally online. And a lot is trending. So I'll take you through that for today when it comes to what's trending. So the first thing that's trending, it's about Racy, musicians here, musicians within the East African community. We're talking about Kenya and Tanzania. And of course, we should also be talking about Aden Duale, the CS the CS who has actually released a book that the Standard newspaper has given an in-depth coverage concerning that. And also we shall be looking at why Ole Sapit is trending, and of course Safaricom. So let's begin for the record book by Aden Duale, which lays bare about the fallout between President Uhuru Kenyatta and, the former President Uhuru Kenyatta and President William Ruto. And of course, that book is expected to be launched today. But of course, the Standard newspaper has been giving an in-depth coverage of what that book entails. Yesterday, we gave you a coverage when it comes to what Aden Duale had to say, concerning the forward that President William Ruto wrote as to why he fell out with the former president, that is Uhuru Kenyatta. And of course, today, it's also talking about how Kalonzo goofed the goof of that cost him the presidency. So get a hold of today's Standard newspaper on page 2, 3, 4, and 5, giving you the reason as to why how Kalonzo goof cost him the presidency. Also talking about how Kalonzo banked on ICC to get rid of Uhuru Ruto, but his setback backfired. And so Duale says that ICC was a political manner that Ruto took as Raila goofed. So now that is the reason as to why Aden Duale is trending on social media this morning, specifically Twitter. Now, away from Aden Duale, the other person who is trending is Racy, the Tanzanian artist. And this morning, Kenyans are just comparing some of the, the long ago legends we're having, and still there are legends when it comes to the music industry. They're talking about Sanapei Tande, they're talking about Racy, they're talking about Zuchu. And Kenyans on social media actually saying that you can't, as much as Racy was a legend back then, you can't compare her with Zuchu, because Zuchu has released music that, cuts across the age difference in terms of the old, the young, the youth, and with that song of Sukari, and it's a song that really trended. So Kenyans are saying, yes, give Racy the respect that she deserves as a legend, but then you can't compare her with Zuchu. So that is why Racy is this morning trending, not for the bad reasons, but it's because Kenyans are just trying to compare Zuchu and Racy, and of course the likes of Sanapei Tande here in the country. Now, the other person who is trending is Ole Sapit. This is the reason why he's trending. Kenyans are saying, quote unquote, he had a political stand during the 2022 general elections. But then right now, Kenyans are also questioning why he's come out again to say, talking about the sort of political appointments that are being done. He's saying that when you look at some of the appointments that have been done within the Kenya Kwanza government, it looks like they're from one region. So Kenyans are actually on Ole Sapit's case in terms of his stand now, and saying that compared to his stand when he had then, sort of like they're contrasting, but then that is what Kenyans are saying. That is not what we are saying, and that is why when you go on Twitter, you'll see Ole Sapit trending. That's because of his stand when it comes to the appointments, political appointments that are being given within the Kenya Kwanza government. And he's saying that these appointments it has to be inclusive. 47 tribes in this, 47 counties, and Kenyans, we are millions and millions of Kenyans. So every county at least needs to have a representation. Then the other company that is trending this morning is